Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Poke fans, and others who have upon this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today we're doing episode 39, no, 40, episode 40 review for Pokemon X and Y English dub version, which is the continuation of the summer camp arc, which it was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. So essentially, we're still in the camp, right? We for some reason, I guess they're not going to show all of the activities because we're talking about the fishing competition, but we didn't see the fishing competition. Which I mean, there's good and bad things to that, but we're not going to get into that right now. But essentially, today's uh, um, activity was going to be they have to make a Pokevision video. Now we've seen them already do them before. Ash. I believe Ash did one. I don't recall. I know Serena made one and Clement made one. So we have some experience in the group, right? They had basically everything at their disposal, essentially. They had the materials to in case they wanted to make Pokepuffs. They had props. They had just a bunch of stuff to be able to make this types of videos. And then I like they're pushing Serena. I like the fact that they're doing this. Cause it's about damn time she got a freaking goal. She still hasn't decided, but the way they're presenting it. This summer camp arc is perfect because it's literally like they're pushing the concept of having goals and having dreams onto Serena to give her like maybe the incentive to come up with to make her dreams or make a goal for herself. So I like this so far. Essentially, what happened was while Serena and Fennekin and Bonnie were making Pokepuffs and Ash was with Clement, they were actually working on the camera robot, which I thought was kind of cool. How it was like I'm upset that we didn't get to see the interaction between Clement and Ash when working on that. But the fact that they were doing something together is somewhat of a good thing. But while they were cooking the Pokepuffs, Shauna shows up and she basically explains what a Pokemon performer does. So essentially, the way she explained it is that they do these Pokemon showcases, and it's basically the way while she was explaining it, I just pictured a variation of a Pokemon contest. They have two different parts in a stage. The first part, it has to do with either Pokepuffs, cooking Pokepuffs with your Pokemon, and using them and feeding them, and or grooming Pokemon in some like well, the way they were showing it was like Furfrou. I don't know if that's the only Pokemon that they're allowed to groom inside that part of the stage, or if it's just any Pokemon, and the one that you know well, grooming only. I think the grooming aspect only works on Furfrou. But the point is, it's some type of fur or some type of grooming mechanism. I mean, not mechanism, but like it's something to do with that. And then the other one was using props to showcase, the Pokemon. And then after that, you would do what is essentially the performance round, or the way Sean explained it, the freestyle, which is essentially basically you do something with your Pokemon to showcase something about them. Whether it be using their moves in fancy ways, basically the appeal stage in a Pokemon contest, and that is essentially what a Pokemon showcase does. And then the way that she goes off to say is that if you win three or more Pokemon showcases, you have the right to enter the master class. It's like basically like a tournament. Um, and then whoever wins that, which is essentially you like with contests you have to win 5 ribbons and you can enter the grand hall and then you have the final contest at the end, the festival, the grand festival. So essentially that's what the masterclass stage is for. Whoever wins that then gets the title the Kalos Queen. By that logic, you can already tell Pokemon performers are only females, whereas Pokemon contest coordinators can be females or males. So this is strictly a class for females, which is why I already feel like that's the way that they're gonna push Serena, which is totally fine because I hope that if they do go with this Pokemon performer situation, that at least they'll showcase that in the Pokemon like not an Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, because we already got contests, and I personally prefer contests anyways. But maybe like in the sequel to Pokemon X and Y, or the follow up to X and Y, we can have some type of like Pokemon performer stage type of scenarios. Just to like have that connection. Plus, we need definitely X and Y was really lacking in non-story stuff that you could do. So I think that that would be something nice to have for those that care about that. So that's basically what was being showcased. So we got a feel of basically a really good potential Serena goal right there. And then so it's time to shoot, right? It's time to shoot the video. They gotta go on scouting. They gotta go scout. Um, Essentially, locations. And by the way, the camera bot worked, and I'm upset that we didn't get to see it work. But the fact that it worked, that's the goal. That's the good point right there. Clement's inventions. I want this to be a progress. Every invention starts getting better. In fact, if you need to involve Ash, which is actually what they should be doing anyways, have Clement involve Ash in his inventions so that you can have some type of dynamic between the two, and grow the bonds of their friendships, and through that have Clement be able to make his machines better and better to the point where none of them will ever explode again, and they'll work at their maximum potential. That is the thing we definitely need. I'm saying it right now. We need that at some point. So when they're scouting for locations and they're going places and this way and that way, and Serena's not happy with any of the places they're going with. And what essentially ends up happening is that she sees a clearing with like flowers, blooms, and it was basically like a small field. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, we gotta go over there." And she's like running. And then Ash is like, "Whoa, calm down." And the moment she started running, and the moment that I could see the field, right? The moment I saw her running, and the moment I heard Ash say something, I was like, she's gonna fall. And then what happened? I mean, it was kind of like a cliche type of thing. So I was kind of, I was not necessarily upset about it, but I was, I know why they did it. That's the whole my biggest issue with it, because they the point is Serena was falling, and then Ash trying to save her fell with her, and then they landed like far below, and Ash ended up twisting, I believe his ankle in during the fall. And I'm like, well, good job, Serena. Look what you did. No, I'm just kidding. I can't. I mean, I can't really hate on Serena anymore because we're finally dedicating some time to her. So hopefully we can start. I mean, personally speaking, I want to start liking her. But like that right there was just like, I mean, I'm used to Ash doing nonsense that gets himself hurt, but I don't think. Yeah, I can mostly guarantee Ash has never done anything that causes somebody else to get hurt. So I was like, come on, Serena. He's the main character. You can't. Then again, it's also. I mean, no, I'm not blaming this on Ash. He was doing his Ash thing where he likes to save people. This is all Serena's fault that he twisted his foot. Anyways, and then Pikachu, came down because Pikachu and him are buddies. They're like bestest friends. I would definitely like to have a Pokemon like that, man. I want a Pokemon that's just like we risk our lives for each other. That's what I like to see. And then again, they start pushing the whole dreams and goals mindset, because Ash starts talking about Pikachu, and Serena he starts talking about his dreams of being a Pokemon master, and how he was explaining how the summer camp is actually helping him, think for future battles. Like even though he's in a summer camp, he's not wasting time. He's still thinking. He's still, processing. He's still coming up with ideas for battle styles, battle techniques, and all this other stuff. And Serena, she's like, wow, like she's impressed. I honestly knew Ash does this all the freaking time. This is just the Ash way. Everything It's a learning experience, which is why I really like him as a character. I know people hate him because he's so unrealistic in a lot of stuff he does, but I personally like this about him. And again, she starts questioning why she doesn't have a goal, which I like. I like the fact that she's questioning herself. And there was the thing there that I got mad at, and as was Ash. Ash, shut up, okay? I know I just said I like you, but don't do this. Because he said you have all the time in the world to come up with a goal. And I'm like, no, she freaking doesn't. She has taken the longest out of any character in this series to come up with a goal. Okay? No other main character has ever done this. Team Rocket, for all intents and purposes, has had a goal since their introduction episode. Okay? Ash did. Misty has been being a Pokemon water Pokemon master. Brock was intensive on being a breeder, and then he ended up changing to doctor. But the point is, he already had a goal. May was a Pokemon coordinator. Dawn was a Pokemon coordinator. Iris wanted to be a Dragon Master, and Silent wanted to be the best cook in the world, and also experience all types of arts. Clement wants to be a master inventor, and also he's a gym leader. Bonnie just wants to have fun. What kind of freaking main character doesn't have a goal? So I was like, Ash, no, she doesn't have all the time she can take. No, she needs to come up with a goal now. Okay, I'm sick and tired of seeing her do nothing. But anyways, this is not supposed to be a rant video. This is supposed to be a review of the episode. Sycamores get, Clement and Bonnie get Sycamore. Sycamore brings essentially Team Rocket. Team Rocket actually saves Ash and Serena, which I thought was cool. I mean, again, it's like a subplot for them. They're like, okay, we're gonna help you right now, but we still have the goal of stealing the Pokemon. But right now, we're gonna help you out. So I like the fact that they're doing this. That they're still sticking to their role. In fact, they actually seem like they're having a lot of fun cooking for the campers, which I think is pretty cool because I like something that Meowth said. He's like, well, you know what? If we ever get fired from Team Rocket, we could just do this essentially. And I thought that was cool. I would so love it if they do something like that, to be quite honest. But anyway, so they do the video. We don't see them doing the video, and then we meet up back at when it's nighttime and they're watching the videos. We only get to see two of them. We see Team Squirtle's, which is Trevor's, Tiano's, and Shauna's, and then we see Ash, Ash and the gangs. I personally think that the other guys got way better, but Ash and them obviously won. Actually, I mean, I shouldn't say that because I think they lost in the fishing competition. Plus, they all lost during that mock battle thing. So I can't say that. Because I don't think that they're going to do it that way. I don't think it's just going to be, oh, we're the main character, so we're automatically going to win everything. So I like the fact that they're going away from that. But they ended up winning. I'm actually upset that Team Squirtle didn't get to win anything. They didn't get anywhere, which is upsetting as well because they talked about other characters or other teams that won who apparently did better than, Team Squirtle, but we didn't see their videos, so I can't really judge them. So I'm just like, okay, I guess Team Charmander and Team, what is it? I don't remember who the fuck the other team was. I guess they won, but I don't know what the heck they did, so I can't say if they were better than, Tiano's group or not. But, Team Froakie won. Cool. The video was okay. I am a little upset that, it's supposed to be a team effort, In Tierno's group's video, or Shauna's, I'm actually going to say Shauna's video, they all talked, they all did something. In this one, the only one that was doing anything was Serena. I'm like, Ash, Clement, Bonnie, you guys are supposed to be involved. Do say something at least. But, what are you going to do about it? But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, link in the description down below in case you missed the episode today. Feel free to click on those links so you can watch the episodes on the two websites that I normally watch them on when I miss the TV airing. Next week, we still have another episode in Summer Camp Arc. I can't wait for that. But anyways, I'm SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.